It makes me angry to find out that someone could make people live like this. You know, it's, I guess angry and frustrated, and to know that someone could actually do this to another human being.
Today, those same railway tracks that led from Westerbork have been turned upwards so that they may never be used again. Over the next few days, the students saw many of the places the Canadians had liberated, such as Nijmegen and Arnhem. In fact, there were so many incredible experiences, it was almost overwhelming. But nothing could have prepared them for the sights and sounds of the parade in Apeldoorn on May 6, 1995. 350,000 Dutch people, young and old, came out to welcome and thank the Canadian veterans, just as they had done in 1945.
The parade in Apeldoorn was something I'll never see again, and really brought everything out of here. The people here are really fantastic. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. And I'm so happy I come up here. This is my first trip back since 45. It's my first trip back, and I'm glad I lived long enough to make it.
The 10 days had gone by fast, and all of a sudden it was over, and they were on their way back home. And they began to realize how fortunate they were to be Canadians. Perhaps they began to appreciate something that they had been taking for granted for so long.
I knew before I came here that I was afraid of old people. I wasn't afraid of old people, but I was different around them. I couldn't be open with them. I couldn't be friendly and polite with them because they weren't like my friend. They weren't. They were a different generation. They seemed to scare me, and I definitely scared them as being an adolescent teenager, which back in Canada most older people are a little bit afraid of. It's vice versa. So I think now I can talk to these guys and chat it up with them, and if I want, I can talk to them about the war, and I won't have a problem with it, and they won't have a problem with it. Whereas before, I was afraid to mention something that might set them off, and I didn't know that they wanted to talk about it, which I found out on this trip they do.
One of the things I think I learned here was more respect for my elders. It's I don't think in Canada we learn much respect for those our elders and what they did for us during the war. When I get back, I think I'm going to start trying to encourage people to talk to their grandparents, maybe help out with some of the older folks and learn the stories, because they're the last source of these stories from this age.
On this Remembrance Day, I'm going to go to my local Legion that I've never been to, just because I just don't know how to be there, how to act. And in reality, I'm scared of the seniors because I really don't know how much respect or how to behave. But now, being around all these seniors, I'm more comfortable going to local Legion and helping out in any way I can.
One of the students, Miran Spielman, met a veteran on the tour who actually knew her grandfather in the war.
I now have a much better understanding of what he did, because before I had no idea. I even talked to my mom. She didn't know. It was that quiet. He didn't tell anyone. And so now I do know, and I know exactly what he did and where he was. And it's just wonderful to actually know that where he actually did his work and who he was.